welcome for another Killing Floor commentary. This time I will be talking about long games. Because if you take a look at the Google document that explains a lot of what's happening in the game, you can kind of know the reason why long games is a lot harder than medium and short games. So yeah, not much people play short games, but as you can see, short game on Wave 3, there are 3 squads that can spawn Scrakes with. I will put the link to the document in the description. And as you can see, Wave 3, you have three squads of Scrakes. So the mechanic is that the game will cycle through all of the squad, and then they will reuse the squads. If you are playing on Suicidal or Hell on Earth, the worst special squad is not really matter much because the game can reuse the special squad, as you can see up in the wall text. So, and on normal or hard, the special squad can only spawn once per wave. But in Suicidal or Hell on Earth, the special squad can be reused. So you kind of have 3 squads of a short game Wave 3 to spawn Scrakes in. And in Wave 4, there's only 2 squads, and one of them contains 2 flashbangs. So you will have more Scrakes on Wave 3 compared to Wave 4. Now, when you compare it to medium games, as you can see, Wave 4 only have one squad that contains a Scrake, and Wave 5 is only 1 again. And the flashbang is spawning alone. Nothing will spawn together with the flashbang. And on Wave 6, it's still only 1 squad of Scrake. And even on the medium game Last Wave, there will only be 1 squad of Scrake. And that's the reason why medium game will feel a lot easier, because there will be a lot less Scrakes. And as you can see, the flashbang is not spawning with too much sets. On Wave 5, the flashbang is spawning alone, and then it only spawn with Bloats and Sirens. Again, Last Wave, Bloats and Sirens. This time we have 2 flashbangs, so it won't feel a lot harder when the wave progresses. However, if you take a look at the long game, on Wave 5 it doesn't seem like much because there still only 1 squad of containing Scrakes. But on starting from Wave 6, you already have two Scrakes on the squad list. So there you will have double the amount of the Scrakes already compared to the last wave of the medium game. And on Wave 7, flashbangs starting to spawn, but this time they will spawn alone, just like the Wave 5 of the medium game. But if you make it to the Wave 8, you will have double Scrake squad with the flashbang, with Siren and Bloat. That means if this squad is spawning close to you, you will have a Siren behind the flashbang. And on Wave 9 and Wave 10, as you can see, Scrakes, you have three squad that can spawn Scrakes, and Wave 10 too. And this time, they will spawn with the flashbang. So on long games, and Wave 9 and Wave 10, you are guaranteed to spawn Scrakes with Flash Pounds, and on wave 10 there will be double Flash Pound with Scrakes, double Siren and Bloat. That's why a long game is a hell of a lot harder than a medium game. Okay, now we kind of know what can happen and what to expect. We can go into the game. And please ignore the media player classic layout because I don't want the music to cut off. So I don't want to record the commentary separately. So let's assume we didn't saw that, okay? So on this map, if you are playing on Suicidal, there will be a lot of viable camping spots. However, if you are playing Hell on Earth, this is the only spot that give me any success. By success, I mean at least we need to reach wave 8 or 9. Teams that choose to camp Iffy Tower or other spots on this map don't seem to reach very far into the game. Of course, if you are very coordinated team, you can camp wherever you want. But this is a public game. As you can see, we are not using any voice commands. We are not using the microphone. So we can only communicate with simple directions or in-game voice commands. And of course, this is a Japanese server, and I don't know Japanese, so even if they're talking, most of the time I don't know what they're talking about. So yeah. But the game, I think both Killing Floor 1 and Killing Floor 2, as long as everybody in the team knows what they're doing, you should be doing decently. You should not be forced to use your microphone to have any success because there are people all around the world to play it. It's impossible to share the same language most of the time. So yeah, I think if you know enough about the mechanic and have a team that know what they're doing, you should do decently. You should not need to constantly use your microphone. Yeah, because like I said, most of the people are playing public games. So and here we tend to leave the last sets alive and charge us some armor. And about this game, I start with, as you can see, I start with a level 17 Berserker. It doesn't really matter with this strategy, with the EMP on Scrake strategy, which is very common in the Asia region. Most of the people are known to the tactic and they know what to do. So you will expect to see 2 Berserkers in wave 6 to wave 10 because people know what this strategy is the easiest and it works, so why not use it? Yeah, this may be a little bit boring when we are charging our armor, but so basically you can, like I said in the previous guides, you can start with medic and go search for weapon, or you can like this time I start with Berserker and stick with the team, stand in front of them, and you can farm a lot of kills on the first waves. if you cannot afford the boop up here, you can play Berserker play a melee Berserker for another wave, and you will see in a moment that's most of the players on this team is pretty good, pretty decent. They most of the time I don't even have a chance to shoot the sets. Their head will instantly pop, and this is also the signature of this camping spot, because basically all 6 people is facing the front, and around 90% of the sets will come from the front too. And it is possible that the Griggs can come from behind, but as long as you have a player to stand facing the back hallway, the narrow hallway, the Griggs cannot spawn there. But if you have nobody watching that hallway, Griggs can spawn over there. Maybe you can see with another video where our team get nearly wiped on wave 7 on a medium game, and on that game there's a few times when I go forward and try to help my team, the Griggs spawn behind us. So yeah, you want a player to watch the narrow hallway at all times. It will usually be the medic, but I don't recommend going too close to the doors in front of us, because we want to stay close to the medic. You want to help out the medic when he's in trouble. And one more thing is, I think the medic should be healing themselves over teammates, unless the teammate is dying and you are not. If you're in danger, you always heal yourself first, because yeah, on Hell on Earth you really need the medic to keep everyone alive. If the medic dies, you will be in a lot of trouble. So I really do not like the idea of the medic going in to tank the Griggs or Flash Pants. I think the medic should help out when somebody is taking the hit and heal them, or help killing the set that is attacking the teammate, instead of going in and tank yourself, because obviously you cannot replenish your armor too quickly. You are like you'll be refilling your armor like 7 each per heal. And however, if your teammate is taking the damage, you can spam the medic down on them and instantly fill 30 to 40 armor on them. But you can only heal yourself for 10 armor every time you take damage. If you take 50 damage, you can heal twice and heal for 20 armor, but around 20. But if you if you take too much damage, you will have not enough armor to really survive when shit hits the fan. So what I think is the medic should not be tanking, because without armor you are dead. You're dead on Hell on Earth. It's not a good thing. I think the medic is the most valuable asset to the team. You really want to be the last guy to die. If you go into tank everything, you will just die early, and the team with the medic is extremely hard on Hell on Earth. And this game here, I'm playing support, and as you can see, this team is very good. I don't even have a chance to shoot even the siren or huts, because their head will instantly pop basically. And what I like on this map, what spot I like on this map is, as you can see on the window, crouching. The reason of the spot I like is because when crouching, your recoil is a lot. You have less recoil, and however, if you are crouching, your the head level of the set will have a difference. So say you have a line of trash going into you. If you are standing, you can shoot at the same spot and every single head will pop. But if you are crouching, you are aiming upwards. So when you pop the first set's head, you have to adjust your aim to shoot the second one. The thing good about this spot is you can crouch, but you can kind of step up a little onto the edge of the window, so you still have the flat level of the head lining up for you. So you can still shoot kind of like you are standing, but you have less recoil. So that's why I like this spot. This spot works too, and another player is taking the opposite side of this, and I think this spot is pretty decent. And as you can see, most of the time I don't even have a chance to shoot the set. And another thing about Killing Floor 2 is I found it a lot more tolerable if you are not aiming down sight. As if you are playing the game, you can see it more clearly that the bullet is flying out of your gun, and the bullet is, as long as that bullet hit anywhere near the head of the set, it counts as a headshot. But if you are aiming down sight, let's say sometimes if you aim down sight, you're clearly not aiming at the head. However, if you stop aiming down sight and shoot, it will count as a headshot, because it will let you, the hitbox of the if you are not aiming down sight is larger than aiming down sight. So if you kind of know where the center of your screen is, and not aiming down sight can actually make your headshots easier. And if you don't need to aim down sight, is always better because it's faster, and I'm still trying to get used to it. And because the sensitivity of aiming down sight is different from not aiming down sight, so sometimes I will just mess up badly when aiming down sight, and as you can see just a moment ago, I get pre-cover blows, which I totally shouldn't. And yeah, here I tag. You will see I tag with the knife a lot of times because I want XP from a berserker. All other pers level 25, and my berserker is only 17. And another thing is, when in trader time, you want to prevent getting close to the support because you don't want to accidentally take the ammo from you. The thing I don't like I hate sometimes is I accidentally take ammo from the support during trader time. That means I have one less creep on all weapons and one less grenade for that wave. Because the support supplier perk will take priority over the trader. You will take the ammo, and then you will be able to trade with the trader. So you have to beware of that. Don't waste a grenade. It's $40. And this camping spot really do not have a lot to say until breaks show up. Early waves you may want to, and as you can see, even the berserkers is using the assault rifles instead of using their melee weapons, because you really, as you can see, maybe because the team is pretty good. If you are playing melee first, you don't have much things to kill. You are standing there doing nothing most of the time. And second, you really want your medic to heal anybody who is in need as soon as they take damage, instead of paying their attention to the berserker that is meleeing in the front. Because if you are meleeing, you cannot avoid damage. You will constantly be taking damage, and the medic need to pay most of their attention on you. And I think this really increase the workload of the medic for a lot. And you can see both berserker is using the assault rifles most of the time. The berserker in the front, you can see most of the time he's swinging into the air. He can't really do much. And as a support, if you are in a pretty decent team, you can't do much with the shotguns, because yeah, you can see everything dies before they even get into your effective range. So yeah, even the supports, most of the time the supports are using, most of the logo I see with the support is with the AA-12, the boomstick, and assault rifles. This is the most common OL I see for supports. And I don't always use the support like most players does. And most players will use the AA-12 on the Scrakes. But sometimes I think, especially if the team is good enough to EMP and pop the head of the Scrake, I would rather save up more AA-12 ammo for panic moments, because if you are shooting a Scrake, like I said earlier, you're shooting upwards. So when you're shooting upwards, you are not hitting anything else. So the penetration is totally useless. With that in mind, I would rather save the AA-12 bullets for the panic moments when, for example, a flashbang is charging the berserkers, and you can clean up everything below Scrakes in front of the berserker to prevent anything to annoy the berserker when he's trying to parry or kill the flashbangs. like as we can see in the Google document, wave 5 of a long game can only have one squad that can spawn squigs, so you can expect around three squads of squigs. Around 3 to 4 is the most common number of wave 5 of a long game. And most of the team I see, most of the people I see that thinks Squig is not hard. They are just circling around the Squigs or spam with 3 players AA12. I think, yeah, I would rather have a workaround for a more effective way to deal with that. That's why we are using the EMP strategy. Yeah, when all 6 people is shooting at the head will pop in a few seconds, and wave 5 is really the test. Wave 5 and 6 are really the test on a public game, that if the team is decent enough to deal with the squigs. On this map, it's basically only one direction for you to defend, so it is considerably easier. But on other maps like Outpost, where you have 2 defensive lines, you can pay attention to how long it takes for the 2 or 3 players to kill the Squig with the EMP, so you can decide to help out which side. But on this map is considered the easiest map at the moment. We can focus on the front, and as long as the one guy is staying behind, there will not be any squigs come from behind. So or flash pass, no squig or flash pass will come from the behind. So everybody should be paying most of their attention to the front. Another thing I want to mention is the dead bodies. If you do not see the set die, it didn't happen. The body will not appear on your client side. So say I look at the window for a long time and look back, the body on the ground will still be here. But if I'm facing the front, from time to time you will see the body disappear. And say you are defending the left side, and when you go to the right side, you will see no dead bodies. So yeah, if you have dead bodies stacking up too much on your side, you may consider to look at the other side for a moment. So the bodies on your side will disappear, so they don't block you when you want to shoot your chorus. Yeah, but on this map the hallway is long enough, so we can kill the crawlers before they get to the bodies, so it doesn't matter much. As you can see, we only have 2, I believe it's 2 squigs on this wave. And the real game really start on wave 6, because squigs will start to come all the time. Like on wave 9 or wave 10, they basically spawn once, one squig every 10 seconds, and yeah, that's why most of the team is using the double berserker around here. And if you're playing on a medium game, this is you only have like 4 or 5 squigs, so yeah, you should only need one berserkers with this strategy. And the berserker is off commando anyway. Most berserkers using the Assault Weave House. Because, like I said, if you are not using Assault Weave House, you have nothing to kill. Like if I'm using this only shotguns over here, I will not have anything to kill. Yeah, right now I have my AA-12, so AA-12 is actually the AA-12 a lot of the time is pretty bad for squigs. You need very specific range for the AA-12 to really work well on the squigs, because if they are too far away, you are only hitting the head with 1 or 2 pellets, and which is pretty useless. You may consider just shoot them with the AK or Blue Cloud. They need to be at a quite specific range for AA-12 to actually outperform Assault Weave House in terms of popping the head. And yeah, as you can see, the squig is just keep coming. You kill a few trash, there you are, another squig. And you won't see this in a medium game. That's why a medium game is considered easier. And I see basically nobody plays short games. And even if you play short games, you either only fight squigs in larger numbers, or you fight squig and fresh plants with a lot less squig. But long game, you have both of them and huge number of squigs. So yeah, you should be paying attention on about what the team is missing. If they pop the squig's head with EMP fast enough, you should be focusing more on the trash to stop the trash. If somehow it will happen, sooner or later you do it 100 times. Sooner or later you will fail 1 or 2 times. So you keep the trash off them if they pop the head fast enough. Especially when the fresh punks are into the game from wave 7 onwards. I also don't really like the mechanic right now, because whoever take the last shot on the squig's head is taking all the money, basically, because decapitation is dealing 25% of damage to the set instantly. So yeah, you should be sharing money, but I still think you should avoid the player who does most damage to the head instead of just whoever get the last hit. Yeah, you split the money according to damage for a reason, so why not do it to the head? I think if the set is died due to the decapitation, the money to split around whoever deal the most damage to the head instead of whoever take the last hit to the Scrag's head. So there's not much set left, but yes, Scrags are still spawning. So don't think that there's only 20 sets left and then you got them. Scrags and even Frostpans can still spawn. Yeah, as you can see, after the 20 sets mark, there are still 2 Scrags. But of course, we can get to the trader before we deal with the Scrag. If there's only 1 or 2 Scrags left behind, and you have a whole team, you shouldn't be in any trouble. Even if you don't have EMP, the circling strategy can still work. Or if you're confident, you can parry. But I'm still not convinced with the parry strategy. They will still fail at random times. And yeah, when you realize you are failing, when you realize you are having the parry glitch, you are already dead. So yeah. And the support basically is extra grenade for everybody because of the very limited ammo on the shotguns. You can be that effective for keep clearing trash like in Turn 4-1. Use your AA-12 is mainly for the panic moments, like if you think the Scrag is not dying fast enough after the EMP hits, you want to start shooting the head with the AA-12. But then again, just keep that in mind. If you have a Berserker in the team, do not try to go near the Scrag unless the Berserker is busy dealing with the Frostpans. Then you may want to bait the Scrag's attack, so to buy the team more time. But most of the time, you want the Berserker to EMP the Scrag. You don't want to bait the attack, because even the Scrag is hit by the EMP, they will still attack you. They just will not rage. And yeah, the Frostpan and Scrag situation, you would like to kill the Scrag first, but because half of the team is focusing on the Frostpan and half the team is focusing on the Scrag, we end up failing to kill the Scrag. Yeah, this, of course, if you are playing only with friends, you will not have the problem, because you either focus on the Frostpan or you focus on the Scrag. But what I think is better is just take a hit from the Frostpan and kill the Scrag first, because the Scrag really is the higher threat than the Frostpans. The Frostpans will waste their time by doing their rage animation and their DPS is not even that high, because after each attack they will either do their rage animation or they will use another combo attack, which if you back away from the first part, you will dodge a few hits automatically. But the Squig, if you back away from the Squig, he will keep swinging at you. And if a Berserker only have 100 health, 3 hits and you are dead. But the first part you can at least take 2 hits at least, and for a first part to do 2 attacks is like 4 or 5 seconds, but for a Squig it's only 2 or 3 seconds. If the Squig is doing the combo attack, it's 3 swings and the Berserker is dead. So I think when first Pounce and Squig is spawning together, it's better to EMP the Squig and kill the Squig, and then you deal with the first Pounce. Unless the first Pound is already raging and charging your team, so he gets separated from the Squig, so you can kill the first Pound before you deal with the Squig. Yeah, it still depends on the situation, but most of the time killing the Squig first is a better choice, I would think. If the first Pound on this map, there is no close enough spawning points for the first Pounds to straight up walk into us. Most of the time the first Pound will spawn far enough so that they will be already raging into the team. And right here because I see this wave is already going half the wave and I still have 5 grenades, so when the Squig show up, you can consider to throw a grenade to kill the trash behind the Squig, so the team can focus on the Squig easier. The grenade is not really doing that much on first Pounds. I believe Pulverizer swing, explosion swing is doing more damage than the grenades, so you may not always want to use the grenade on first Pounds. Yeah, they are effective to kill the first Pounds faster, but sometimes you may consider using the grenade to clear the trash when you are dealing with Squig. Yeah, like as you can see here, most of the time on this map, the first Pound will have enough time to respawn far enough away, so they will rage into the team and separate themselves from the other sets. And I personally really don't think you should spam AA12 on Squig on Flashback. AA12 is okay if the Squig is EMP and your AA12 is head, but if you are, I see a lot of people when Squig is raging, they try to spam AA12 on their body, but really it is not effective, because if you're not shooting the Squig's head, you may better not even shoot him. You may just better off just not shoot him, because you need, like, according to my test last time, it takes like more than 60 shots to kill a Squig if you hit their body. Yeah, so I really think if you really want to kill them faster, I would rather keep using the boomstick on them instead of use the AA12. AA12 if you are not hitting the head, is pretty useless against Scrag or Freshpans. You need like around 60. I forget the exact number, but you need nearly 3 magazines of AA12 to kill a Scrag. So yeah, I really don't think that's a good idea. I rather spam the boomstick on a Scrag or Freshpans. The AA12, I think the AA12 should be safe for panic moments, especially on a team that has good enough aim, like this team here. So the AA12 should be safe for the panic moments instead of spamming on the Scrag or Freshpans. Yeah, if the AA12, if you shoot at the Scrag's head, most of the time it takes around 10 shots before the head pops with the help of the team. You should expect around 10 shots from the AA12 for one Scrag. But yeah, right now, come to think of it, if you are really playing with a decent team, you should not use the AA12 on the Scrags. I rather shoot it with the AK. Because the AA12 is really good if you want to kill a bunch of trash. If you spend all your AA12 ammo on the Scrags, you're not that effective against them because most of the pellet will just hit the head. Second, you really do not have much ammo. And right here, instead of killing the Freshpan, I help killing the other distractions and dance around the Scrag. So the team have time to kill the Freshpan and help me deal with the Scrag. And this is kind of what you do against Scrags. And right here, I thought my bash will hit his head before he chopped me with his blade, but I'm a split second late. So yeah, but this is pretty good method to save ammo because you only need one bash to the head to kill the trash. Also, on this map at the late waves, you may consider to take a look at the players behind you once in a while, because at late waves the side wave can have quite a lot of siren and hugs coming. So they may need your help. If like 2 siren or a couple of huts is walking down from there. So you should be focusing on the front, but you should be paying attention to your back once in a while with this camping spot. Because if the medic behind that get a pretty bad spawning, they may be in trouble too. So pay attention to their health. So now the Scrag is dead. At the second Freshpan is also spawning. And because this team really killed the trashes fast enough, so I don't even need to use my shotguns too much. here, like I said, I would rather spam the boomstick or kill trash instead of empty my AA12 into the first part, because it basically does nothing. You're wasting your ammo. I would think you're wasting your ammo if you spam AA12 on first parts or squigs. And if your team survive the second first pound without getting chopped down by the squig spawn with them, you should be fine for the wave. Because after the first pounds, there's not much threat. Most of the team wipe is because the first pound is giving the team pressure, and by grenading or shotgunning the first pounds, the squig behind the first pound is raging. This is the number one reason the teams get wiped. And right here, if the squig really do get to you, you can dodge his attack or circle around them. But it is very likely that the circling strategy will be fixed. So yeah, don't rely on that. That's why the team here, most of the team, at least in my region, most of the team is not relying on the circling strat. They rather find the workaround way to deal with the game, like EMPing. So after most team beats the medium game, they find that long game have a lot more squigs. So what do? We have another berserker instead of just relying too much on the circling strategy. It could come in handy. You need to learn to dodge and circling around the squig, but you should not be relying on the strategy, because circling will fail you sooner or later. Like you're circling around the squig, and then a stalker says hi, and the squig stab you with the stepping attack, which does the most dangerous attack of the squig is the stepping with the chainsaw attack. It doesn't do a lot more damage than the normal swing, but it hits you like 3 or 4 times in a second, so you will end up taking a lot more damage. And right here, because I know the team is good enough to kill the squigs, so instead of shooting the squig in the front, I spam the AA12 on the back one. And as soon as the first squig's head is popped, the team is good enough to know that they should focus on the second squig because they see me shooting at it. So we use 1 EMP and kill 2 squigs, which is very nice. And as you can see, with 3 pulverizers, the first pound is dying in a few seconds. So yeah, this is the way the players around this region have found that is effective. So we EMP the most the hardest enemy are the squig and first pass, and so we EMP the squigs, and we stack enough EMP for a long camp, and then we stack enough explosive for the first part. In this case, it's 3 pulverizers. With 3 pulverizers, because you only need 13 pulverizer swings without the bonus damage from the berserkers. So when you have two berserkers with pulverizer, and if you have, usually it will be the medic who have the third pulverizer. So when you have two berserker pulverizer and a medic pulverizer, the flash punch should be dead in around 11 to 12 hits. Now, if you add in a few nades from supports and commandos, it will be like 9 swing or 10 swing, 9 swing or even 8. So the flash punch will be dead in around 3 seconds. So yeah, this is the way we find. Most of the people find how to beat the game on Hell on Earth. But then again, this map is considered the easiest map because there's most of the time you are defending one direction with a long enough forward. But say if you are playing the other maps, you should not have all 6 people to focusing on the Scrake, so you should be expecting a lot more effort to pop the head of the Scrakes. Yeah, when I see the flash punch, I back away and throw my grenades. And right here, because I see the Scrake behind, so I do not just use the boomstick on the flash punch. I have my A12 out to see what I should be killing. Maybe I should kill depending on the situation. Maybe I want to kill the trash behind the double spring and the flash punch. Maybe I want to spam on the Scrake's head. But again, I will not be spamming my AHF on the first punch because you are not really doing much damage. Anyway, you are better off just kill the trash behind him instead of spamming the AHF on the first punch. It takes a ridiculous amount of shells to kill the first punch. So don't even bother. They have the pulverizer, they will kill the first punch sooner or later. You should be focusing on the other stuff. And I think in the Hell on Earth games, you should be focusing on what the team is missing instead of focusing what everyone is focusing. Like everyone is focusing on the Scrake and the flash punch, you focus on the trash, because if people are focusing on the trash, you may consider to distract the Scrake by running around him. And if everybody just focus on the same target, you will just die. You focus on trash, the Scrake kills you. You focus on the Scrake, the trash kills you. Usually it's sirens. Like a lot of the time the team is wiping because everyone is so focused on the Scrake, and then there's 3 or 4 sirens plus few bloats and hucks. Behind, so after you kill the Scrake, the sirens scream together and instantly killing the whole team.
Let's go see the trader.
So yeah, don't focus on what everybody is focusing. And right here, I don't even know why the Gophers didn't die. The spread on the boomstick, it's really insane. If you are like 5 meters away, you are not guaranteed killing even the clots.
More to be done, but so far so good.
The boomstick, I really think the spread of the boomstick is really too big, too crazy. The spread is too crazy. A lot of the time, I'm just using the boomstick point blank shot or Scrag or flash punch, because the boomstick really need to be very close to be effective. And here, because we have double flash punch on wave 10, so, and I know my team is good enough to kill trashes and pop the heads of the Scrags, so I buy the Pulverizer, so to help killing the flash punch quicker, because like I said, the team do not need trash cleaning, because everybody have a pretty good aim, at least better than me, and the team is well armed with stacking enough EMP on Scrag, so I think the team is lacking is we are not killing the flash punch fast enough, so I buy the Pulverizer. You will see a lot of times on this wave, because I know my team is doing pretty well, so a lot of the times you will see I'm preparing with the weapon, but I may not actually be shooting a lot of the times. I want to be the backup plan of my team. Like if they focus too much on the Scrag and there's a bunch of trash coming to us, we will be using the shotguns on the trash instead of using my ammo on the Scrag. And right here you can see the one of the flash punch is instantly dead, and the second one is dead soon after, before the Scrag spawn with the flash punch even reach us. Yeah, when Bree is not killing the flash punch fast enough, you go for Pulverizers. Yeah, the Scrag is now reaching the team. If the special group of double flash punch and Scrag is spawning the team, if we kill the double flash punch not fast enough, we will have a Scrag in the middle of the team, and that would be pretty bad. So yeah, that's the reason I think 4 Pulverizer is providing to the team. Yes, you can see I will be preparing my AA-12 and only take a few shots. And if the EMP effect is about to go away and the Scrag is still not dead, I will start shooting. But if not, I rather save my ammo for situation I really need. Like right here, I didn't actually save the Magda here because he actually killed most of them by himself. But like this situation here, you should have. I think this kind of situation is when you should be using the AA-12 instead of spamming them on the flash punch, which does next to nothing. This time the medic is lucky enough that he is able to pop the Siren's head, but if the Siren's head, he fails to pop the Siren's head, he will be surely dead if I do not have the AA-12 to kill the Siren. Yeah, like I said, in some of the games you may want to kill more trash to look better on the scoreboard, but most of the time you may consider to focus on other things, to like kill the Gophras around the Scrag. So instead of just spamming spamming everything on the screen, and then you have nothing to kill the Gothas before you reload. And right here, I wait until the second first punch show up until I nade, because I think using grenade on one first punch at wave 10 is not a good idea. And the Pulverizer is can be also used for the emergency stumble on the Scrakes, and we are unluckily one of our team is die trying to kill the Scrake. Yeah, like as you can see, I am only shooting the Scrake really full auto on the Scrake. If the EMP is running out and the Scrake is not dead, you should not be spamming, just mindlessly spamming everything on the Scrake, because good chance you are wasting ammo. Like I said, with this kind of range, the AHF is really bad against Scrakes. You need to be like around this range to be really effective, but you may end up baiting the attack. So yeah, I think the AHF is not that good for Scrakes. But as a support, you have the option to have three weapons, so you can make use of that. So you can have a boomstick, AHF, and Pulverizer. Some of the players will only use the support for the rage bonus, so they will, and the supplier perk, so they will use the Scar, AK, and Pulverizer. It's up to you, because most of the time you will be using the assault rifles with the team, and you really should prefer to kill the stats before they get into the shotgun range, instead of you want them to be dead before they enter shotgun effective range. So it's up to you to use the full assault rifle loadout, or Pulverizer shotgun loadout, or assault rifle Pulverizer loadout. I think Pulverizer is better for last wave, and it works pretty well on the last wave if I have the Pulverizer. So as a support, I would prefer to have the Pulverizer, unless, say if you are say if you like the Commando perk, you find that your aim is your team's aim is better than you are find yourself shooting dead bodies most of the time, because the head is getting popped by teammates before you. You may consider buying the Pulverizer yourself to help kill the flash bounce faster, instead of just trying to get kills around teammates. So it really depends on the team and the situation to use what loadout. Sometimes as a commando, I will buy the Pulverizer with the Scar too, because if the team doesn't need the extra trash killing power, I would rather have a Pulverizer for Flash Punch or Scrake Stumbling. The Pulverizer is the panic button on the raging Scrake. When you stumble the Scrake, you buy the team a few seconds before the Scrake can really deal damage. And again, Hanks has nothing to say. Hanks hence it's not hard. You either circle around him or parry him or kite him. All of them works. It's not like Hang is a hard boss like the Petriarch. The Petriarch is not the hard boss too. And I'm using the Pulverizer only because I want XP from for the Berserker perk. And most of the time you may consider to buy the medic shotgun with the assault rifle if you are choosing to go medic, and which I think medic is the safest pick for Hanks. And Hanks really doesn't have much to talk about. You stop shooting and keep healing when he's absorbing the health from multiplayer, and other time you just circle, have one person circle around him or parry lock him. Yeah, really not much to talk about. Just keep in mind that on Hell on Earth, Siren, Bloat, and Hux can also spawn. But Hux can only spawn with his last heal. The first two heal, Hux cannot spawn. But it's not like they are hard to deal with. So yeah, we basically win. We basically won the game by killing the second pair of Flash Punks on wave 10. It's not really possible to lose because hence it's really easy. And right there, I should not go near it because if Hanks has, I learned it later that if Hanks have two or more players surrounding him, he will release the gas without actually throwing grenades. And right here, I'm just trying to get XP for my Berserker, so I swing with the Pulverizers. And if somebody is circling or parrying, don't do it. Don't go near him. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and the next video should be 6-player Hell on Earth on Biotics Lab. See you then. Goodbye.